Yeah, and a lot of what it comes down to, in my opinion, is the compartmentalizing of the data, or I'm going to just say the metric, because there's a lot of exec level folks are going to focus on the business objective, so revenue or brand or things like that. But when you get into the weeds of those things, then you can either look at them as a tactical metric or an operational metric. And then what metrics then get elevated to the key performance indicator. And getting everybody aligned around that. I've actually taught classes where I go into clients and say, all right, let's start by writing a goal. What do you want to do? And then walking them, and it's basically like, well, we want to increase revenue. I'm like, that's not a goal. That's an aspiration. It should be, I want to raise revenue in the first 10 or by 10% in Q1 using these channels. I'm like, sweet. Then we can say, okay, what are the metrics that are important? What are those metrics get promoted to KPI? And then I make them sign off on it. Yeah, because intuition, it comes from experience, but it also comes from your willingness to dig into a client and understand what their business truly is. It's easy if you're on the client side, but on the agency side, it's really hard because you're often changing clients every 1 or 2 years. That's a positive because then you get a wide breadth of experience and learning it works well. And so this is where it's hard to give advice on balancing your gut versus data, because that's what we do all day. But it literally comes down to, or asks a third party, another person, to go, hey, check my math for me, or does this sound right? Oh, it's a lot. I mean, normally I have a client lead who's handling a lot of those types of things. And these are ongoing conversations that we're always having. And again, that's how you keep going back to it. That's how you build a trust with them, of even going to a client and going, hey, something doesn't look right, but I do have a domain expertise. Listen to me on that. But if I see something that looks weird, I'm going to talk to you about it. And let's figure out if there's a solution together for it. But a lot of it, again, it just goes back to that trust factor.